Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Courtney, and as you can see, I'm rocking a new hairstyle, and it is time to wash these bad boys. They don't itch incredibly, but I do have buildup. Let's get close. It's so gross. Ugh, nasty. I have buildup all up in here, kind of like obviously where I would apply my edge control, like my edge tamer. I would do it like around this area. So of course around the perimeter of my braids in the front, there's definitely a lot of buildup. That's also where I don't know if I have dermatitis seborrhea, but it's something that my mom does have. And I know that she and I both get these dry patches of skin around this area. So I tend to be very careful when it comes to what I put on my scalp. Anyway, we have to get to washing these hair. So I'm gonna show you guys how I go about washing my knotless braids. These are knotless box braids. My scalp needs to be refreshed. It needs to be washed, cleansed, whatever. And we all know healthy hair comes from a healthy scalp. So that's what I'm really going to be focusing on today. And essentially whatever product I put at the roots of my hair, as I'm washing it, it's gonna rinse down. When it comes to product, I just wanna put it out there. There is no one particular product that I tend to use whenever I wash my braids. Just like for the most part, whenever I wash my hair, it's whatever I feel like my hair needs or whatever I can get my hands on, as long as it is moisturizing, as long as it does a good job at cleansing my hair, sealing it, whatever I need to have done, as long as it does that. So let's get right into it. I'm voicing over this video because I was talking way too much when I first recorded, and I wanted to just get straight to the point. So you know me, I always start by dividing my hair into sections for manageability. Then I go ahead and mist the roots with water. I like to start this process outside of the shower so that the weight of the water doesn't weigh down my braids. It always ends up hurting my neck, so this is my process. I massage the water in and make sure my roots are completely saturated with water before I go in with the Mono's Hair Scalp and Curl Clarifier Pre-Shampoo Treatment. This is my first time using it, and I heard it was amazing, and I really, really do love it. I lather that up using the tips of my fingers, focusing on the areas that have the most buildup or itch the most. After that, I go in with the Refresh Scalp Care Anti-Dandruff Shampoo, and y'all, it feels so amazing. It had that cool tingling feeling that I always love, and it felt extremely refreshing on my scalp, especially on those areas that were really itchy around the perimeter of my hair. To wash, I will just go in the shower and rinse as normal, or I will pin up my hair and solely rinse the roots. I usually do this when I don't want to have to worry about getting my hair frizzy, especially if they're really fresh. I lost this particular clip, but after rinsing out the shampoo, I did a spray bottle mix of 1-to-1 conditioner and water to add the moisture back into my hair. I use a Refresh Scalp Care Anti-Dandruff Conditioner. It's the same match to the shampoo, and I allow this to sit for a few minutes before rinsing it out. I like to use a lightweight conditioner when I have protective styles in and I'm washing my hair, and I mix it with water and mist it with the spray bottle, and this helps to avoid buildup at the base of the braid as much as possible. I make sure to pay really attention to getting all the conditioner out, so I'll usually ask my husband to just double check for me, or I use a shower mirror. This is my favorite part because my hair is completely and freshly clean. So normally, as soon as I get out the shower, when my hair is curly, I use a microfiber towel. But since I really want to soak up all of that water, I just use a regular towel because I feel like that gets the most water out. And then I switch to a microfiber towel. You can definitely use a microfiber towel from Jump to avoid any frizzing altogether, but this method seems to work for me, so this is what I stick with. After I take the towel off, I go in with the Afro Sheen Velvet 4-in-1 Leave-In Conditioner. It is so hydrating. I really, really love it, especially when my hair is out, because it literally does feel like velvet on my curls. After that, I'm massaging the smallest amount of Tropic Isle Living Jamaican Black Castor Oil on my scalp. Like I said, I'm very particular about what I put on my scalp now, but I do know since my scalp is exposed, it tends to get more dry. But I like to massage my scalp for a few minutes, which increases blood flow and also promotes growth. Next, I go in with the Afro Sheen Texture Flexing Foam down the length of my braids to smooth down any flyaways and frizz that I have. Last but not least, I like to use my Hawaiian Silky Curl Whip foaming mousse to lay down my edges. For whatever reason, using a mousse to do my edges versus a edge control, especially when my hair is freshly washed, I don't know, it just lays my edges down better. So from this point on, you can do a few different things. I prefer to use a hooded dryer, which is my first recommendation. The one I had is actually from my grandma because my real hooded dryer is at my mom's house. But this one wasn't as strong, but it still did the job. The next recommendation is a hooded bonnet attachment. This is great, probably even better than a hooded dryer. And then the last option is to just use a blow dryer and make sure you thoroughly dry your braids. You really just want to make sure your braids are not wet, especially for too long, because you can absolutely develop molds in your braids and you don't want that. So whatever method you choose, doesn't matter, whatever works for you, whatever you have on hand, just make sure your braids are dry. Braids clean, scalp clean, edges laid. But that's it, y'all. Washing your braids is honestly very, very important. A protective style is not protective unless you are washing and conditioning your hair and your scalp to really maintain it underneath the protective style. Prepping your hair prior to making sure you trim it and take care of it after. All those things are really important in order to make a protective style successful. If you have any questions on what I did or any suggestions on how maybe I can make it better or easier just based on your experience, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Until next time, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Mwah. Bye, guys.